G'day viewers, you're watching The 80s Show. Stay tuned as I pay tribute to Olivia Newton-John with 5 of her best songs from the 80s.
Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under, it's The 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man pays tribute to Olivia Newton-John. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to The 80s Show. Now today I'm doing a video that I wasn't expecting to do. I heard the sad news this morning that Olivia Newton-John had passed away at the age of 73. In fact, I'm almost speechless. It's caught me by surprise, but I felt I'd like to come on here and talk a little bit about Olivia, and in fact do a video that's always been floating around in the back of my mind, which is Olivia Newton-John's best songs of the 80s. And that's what I think I'll do today. I mean, Olivia's an Australian icon. She was an amazing vocalist. She was extremely attractive, and she was a wonderful ambassador for cancer research. And hey guys, it's I think we're all in shock, really. This has really caught me by surprise, and let's look at this as a bit of a celebration, if you will, of Olivia Newton-John's life, in particular her 80s career. So let's get straight into it, guys, with Olivia Newton-John's best songs of the 80s. Now let's start with number 1, guys. It's Xanadu from 1980. This song contains amazing vocals by Olivia. In fact, the instrumentation behind this one was done by Jeff Lynne and Electric Light Orchestra. That's right, guys, ELO were behind this track, as they were the Xanadu soundtrack. It is definitely one of Olivia's best songs. The vocals really are fantastic. The video clip that goes along with it is great, full of amazing dancing, really, those backup dancers and Olivia, the choreography that goes on, fantastic stuff. Xanadu, a highly memorable track and one of the best songs of the 80s from Olivia Newton-John.
They call it Xanadu.
Understandably, when you've got a song like Xanadu, it's going to be a hit all around the world. In fact, the song went a lot better than the movie itself. The movie kind of flopped with its fantasy, but this song was an absolute winner, an absolute bullseye. In fact, it went to number 1 all throughout Europe, places like Belgium, Austria, West Germany, the Netherlands. It was a number 1 hit, and in Australia and the United States, it reached number 2. Quite an achievement for Olivia, and it's a song that just never goes away.
Now that I'm here, now that you're near, in Xanadu.
Okay guys, song number 2 is Physical from 1981, the album of the same name. This is the album right here. What a track this was for Olivia Newton-John. This certainly changed her image in the 80s. This was an amazing song, really. What it did for aerobics, what it did for her career. Very sexy song, very scintillating music video with her dancing with those array of different guys. And it was highly comical as well. It was tongue-in-cheek. It really meant something more than aerobics, but we won't go into that. I'm sure you know what that is. But this was a song that Olivia was scared of. Then she recorded it. Then she shot the video, and it won the Grammy Award for the Best Music Video of the Year. And what can I say? This was a hit all around the world. And Physical, or should I say Let's Get Physical, was an amazing song in Olivia's career and sent her into the stratosphere in the 1980s. In fact, it actually gave birth to the Let's Get Physical tour of North America, which was a massive tour for Olivia, and it's a fantastic concert. If you've never seen that Physical concert, hey, what are you waiting for? Olivia Newton-John and Physical, a great song and an amazing music video. Moving along to number 3, guys. This is Olivia Newton-John's Make a Move on Me from 1982. This was also off the Physical album, and it's a cracker of a song. Olivia's vocals are just so on point in this, and if you've ever seen the music video, it's an absolute knockout. The way she sort of sachets across the stage and really delivers. It's a fantastic song, one of the highly memorable tracks off the Physical album, Make a Move on Me from 1982. It was an absolute winner. In fact, it made it to number 2 in Canada and also performed well all around the world.
I'm the one you want, all I wanna be. Come on, baby, make a move on me.
Okay, number 4. Twist of Fate is the song. It's from the soundtrack for the movie Two of a Kind that starred Olivia and John Travolta. That was a fantasy dramedy, and the film mightn't have performed that well, but the song certainly hit the sweet spot. Twist of Fate, great song, great music video. Even Travolta pops up in the music video, and it was number 5 in the United States and number 4 in Australia. And I love the pump of this song. It's got a great beat. Olivia's vocals, what do you expect? It's even better than the film itself. The music video's on point with John in there. And hey, you can't beat this one. It's got a driving beat and great vocals. Twist of Fate. It came out on the Two of a Kind soundtrack. That's the soundtrack right down there. And it was fantastic.
It's gotta be a strange twist of fate, telling me that heaven can wait.
Song number 5 is Soul Kiss. This was off Olivia's album of the same name, Soul Kiss, and it was a change of pace for Olivia. It didn't go quite as well on the charts as they felt that it might, but nevertheless, this is Olivia as you have never seen her before. This is a sultry little song, and it really grows on you. In fact, the more you hear Soul Kiss and the Soul Kiss album, you really get a feel for it all coming together and what Olivia wanted back in '85. And I think it's one of her underrated songs. It's definitely interesting.
Soul kiss, tonight you get me wondering.
So there we have it, guys. 5 songs, 5 of the very best of Olivia Newton-John's catalogue from the 80s. It was a fun ride, wasn't it? And what a tribute to Olivia. She's going to be sadly missed, and it was an absolute pleasure to present these 5 songs from the 80s. I had a lot of fun. I've always been a fan of her work. In the meantime, guys, we've just been through 5 amazing tracks from the 80s. I'm sure you've heard them. If you haven't heard some of these songs, make sure you go back through that catalogue and take a look, because these 5 are absolute winners. Olivia Newton-John, an amazing woman, and amazing, really, she had a nice sense of humour, an amazing presence. I mean, she was much more than the movie Grease. She was applauded, really, for her humanitarian work. I enjoyed doing this video. I tried to turn what would be possibly a somber note into a bit of a celebration here of Olivia's work, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. It was a lot of fun, really. It was fun to make, and it's picked me up a little bit. I felt down this morning hearing the news, but making this video, I just want to go and delve into her catalogue now and listen to a few more of Olivia Newton-John's great songs. She was an amazing woman, and all of Australia loves her. In fact, the world loves Olivia Newton-John, and she's one of those fantastic vocalists. Her work will never go away, and I'm sure that the fans out there would like to comment below and say, just share those Olivia memories in the comments below. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back again with more on Olivia at a later date. In the meantime, you're watching The 80s Show. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.